judge.
Plaintiff Gigi Taylor says when she met the defendant, she thought they would be good friends until she realized the defendant was a liar. Gigi claims she gave the defendant her credit card information to purchase an airline ticket for her, but instead, he used her credit card to make multiple unauthorized charges, so she's suing. Defendant Joseph Brown says Gigi wants to be the center of attention, and she always tries to act like she's Beyonce and everyone else is Kelly and Michelle. Joseph insists he had permission to use Gigi's credit card, and therefore he doesn't owe her for anything.
You want to give me some background?
Yes, Your Honor. I met Joseph earlier this year through mutual friends. At first, I thought we were going to become great friends. We had a lot in common. He was well educated, well traveled, good job. He was a flight attendant. Quickly, I found out, though, he was just seeking attention. He became very clingy. I also found out that he was a habitual liar. He was hitting on all my friends, inboxing them, harassing them on Facebook. Obviously found out that he was doing a lot of lying about his education, lying about his age. Thought he was 25.
How old did he tell you he was?
25. And
how old are you?
43.
Cougaring, you were out there cougaring, baby. That's right, had you a young thing.
No, we were
doing it, huh?
No, honestly.
You had your red Corvette? A young boy on the side tried to get me a red Corvette the other day. Called my wife. I said, you know I'm going through a midlife crisis. Can I get me a red Corvette? You can get the vet, but you better not get the young girl. That usually goes with it. Then when I went to the bank, no funds available.
Co-signer.
Yeah, you can get you a vet, but I don't know how you gonna pay for it. Young man, you thought you were in heaven.
Not at all.
Give me some background.
Miss Gigi Taylor has to be Beyonce and everybody else has to be Kelly and Michelle. She has to be the center of attention at all times. Look at her flinging her hair. She has to be, and don't get me wrong, she's a very gorgeous woman, but she has to be the center of attention at all times. I remember one time we were on the layover in Philly. She was going back and forth with the bartender.
Y'all were laying up in Philly.
A layover. A layover.
Okay, as in the plane. Okay, all right. Go ahead.
A layover in Philly, and she was going back and forth with the bartender because he was going to serve her some bottom shelf tequila to go in her margarita.
Oh, no.
I don't know. But she just has to be the top at all times, and overall, she's just very dramatic.
Well, she like everything top shelf. You should have felt good about things. How did you feel about the relationship?
It wasn't a relationship. We were barely even friends. We just had a lot of.
Date?
No, we did not.
You didn't date?
No, Your Honor. He was trying to date my nephew. He doesn't like what I have.
Oh, I got it all wrong. Okay. I thought you were a cougar.
No, Your Honor.
Oh, I thought you had you a young 25-year-old thing.
But let's be clear. She doesn't like what I have either.
No,
so.
Correct. You're right. No, he was my good Judy. He was my good girlfriend.
Oh, that's cute.
Did you hit on her nephew?
Absolutely not.
Nothing wrong with it if you did. You have a problem with it?
Absolutely not. Her nephew hit on me numerous times. Well, he has a boyfriend.
Oh.
Okay.
Lies.
Did she hit on your niece or anything?
No, I'm in a committed relationship.
You didn't hit on his niece? All right. Go ahead.
The story about the airport, this young man, he supposedly has such a great job. He's a flight attendant, but he couldn't even afford his own meal. He sat and watched us eat. He couldn't even pay for his own food.
He had to watch you eat.
You can't even afford to buy your own things. I don't know why he thought he could steal from me. Your Honor, I own a bail bonding company, and I'm a bounty hunter. Why on earth would you think you could steal from me and I wouldn't investigate my own account? Really?
Did you know she was a bounty hunter?
I did. I knew she was a bail bonds person.
Well, I hope you didn't steal from her. Let me hear, ma'am. Tell me how he stole from you. I hope it's not true. You got better sense than that.
No, he doesn't.
What happened?
Your Honor, I contacted Joseph regarding, he had always told me that he had these buddy passes that he'd be willing to sell. And I had a trip coming up going to New York, and I asked him
As
about...
an airline attendant?
Yes, yes. So I wanted to buy a buddy pass from him. He stated I would have to pay for the taxes on the ticket, which I'm used to doing. I have plenty of friends who are flight attendants. I'm used to doing that. No problem. I gave him my information via text, and I clearly stated in the text, delete my information after you book the passes. No problem. He said he would do that. Obviously, he did not. Honestly, we actually took the same flight together. While I headed to New York, he went to Atlanta. That's when we had that layover that he is speaking of, when he couldn't even afford his own meal. But I found out maybe a month and a half later, after I got a text message from Chase Bank about my balance, I immediately, Bounty Hunter kicked in and I started investigating. I saw the first things on there was pizza charges, about $1,400 worth of delivery pizza. Really, girl, you can't afford your own food? It was ridiculous. I went to all of the
Worse
restaurants.
than that, all pizza, if that's true.
Well, pizza, gift cards. He tried to Western Union himself money while he was in Atlanta, come to find out, under a fake name, and it was just pathetic. I spent a week and a half investigating these charges. I went to every Pizza Hut, every Papa John's, and to show you how smart of a criminal is, he ordered all of it in his real name, delivered it to his address with his real phone number.
How much did this come to? You're suing him for nearly $3,000.
I have a breakdown, Your Honor, of all the charges and my credit card statement. He charged things in Kansas. He's charged things in Missouri. There's over $1,000 worth of charges, and mostly food. I don't know, how hungry can you be?
You go to jail for some pizza, sir. Did you prosecute it?
Yes, sir, I did. And I hope that pizza was good, because you're going to be eating bologna sandwiches for a long time.
More of Judge Mathis in a moment.
He even threw his cell phone at his TV and just busted the TV, busted the cell phone.
TV showed something he didn't like? Something came on he didn't like?
I don't know, it's like I said.
The Housewives show or something?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you got too invested in those characters.
And coming up.
And not only that, I'm about to bust your lies right down. I voice recorded him, Your Honor, our conversation. When I called him after I investigated the lies, I called him and taped the entire conversation because that's what I do. I investigate lies for a living.
Miss Gigi Taylor has to be Beyonce and everybody else has to be Kelly and Michelle. She has to be the center of attention at all times. Look at her flinging her hair. She has to be, and don't get me wrong, she's a very gorgeous woman, but she has to be the center of attention at all times.
Plaintiff Gigi Taylor is suing a former friend who claims Gigi thinks she's Beyonce and everyone else is Kelly and Michelle.
Let me hear from you.
Your Honor, when I used her card, I used it because she's the one that gave me the permission to use her card. When we were in Philly on that layover, she told me, I was telling her about my financial situation while I couldn't pay for my food.
You were watching them eat.
Absolutely right, watching them eat.
So
and
she
I was
said,
letting
go
her
buy
know.
you some pizza, honey.
I was letting her know about my financial, place at the time. And I thought her being a good friend, obviously she wasn't.
I ain't that good.
She told me that, well, you have my card information, you can use it. And so
Lies.
that's what I did.
Lies. Your Honor, that's an absolute lie. Why would I tell you you could use it if I tell you in the text message, as soon as you book the flight, delete my information?
That was that night. That was Friday night.
This text message? Let's see it.
Friday night, she told me to delete the text messages. Saturday, the next day, is the day that we flew out, and that's when we had the layover in Philly. It was the very next day.
Hey, Gigi, this is Joseph.
He admits, Your Honor, in the text message that he used my card for personal gain. And not only that, I'm about to bust your lies right down. I voice recorded him, Your Honor, our conversation. When I called him after I investigated the lies, I called him and taped the entire conversation because that's what I do. I investigate lies for a living.
Let's hear what you have. You have that? Can you play it?
You're all set. Thanks. I want to hear what you got to say because this is beyond ridiculous. And you do know, I don't know if you know, but I'm very insulted at this point by the lies because I do this for a living. I'm a fraud investigator. So your lies are just insulting. I know about your fake name. I know about you trying to get money from Western Union, Jesse. I know about the $250 you tried to get in Atlanta. I know about the $600 you tried to get. I know about the $99 you tried to get. I know about the gift card. I've talked to all the people from the restaurants and the management team. So stop lying. It's pissing me off.
I used your card for personal gain. Everything that was on your account is true. I did it. I know it wasn't right. I know I had no right to use your card. I should have deleted it. After you sent me your information, you trusted me to look the budget pass for you and delete it, and I did not do that. And Gigi, honest to God, words cannot explain how deeply sorry that I am for the betrayal that I have caused you.
And I've had to stop my company business and not do bonds and make money because I'm trying to retract the money that I've lost. I am serious. You went from state to state. You tried in Georgia. You me off in 3 cities in Missouri. You me off in 3 cities in Kansas. And all of that will catch up with you. That is considered felony, fraud, and identity theft. You may not have been a criminal before, but you're a criminal now.
I apologize for the inconvenience and wrong thing that I have caused you.
How do you explain that, sir? You told me she gave you permission. How do you explain what I just heard?
At this point, Your Honor, I was just fed up. She was making Facebook posts about me, and she claims to be this
No, but
professional.
you admitted she didn't give you permission.
She gave me permission when we were in Philly.
No, I just heard you saying she didn't. I'm not going to entertain this anymore. I heard what you said on that. I don't even have to go back to this text message that I read that she handed me. I guess your wages are, of course, for you having to leave your business and track down all of these charges city to city. Why did you have to go city to city like that?
Because we live in 2 different states. And of course, I had to file charges in each municipal court that he made these charges in. So I do have that evidence where I physically went to each police
Let's see
station
it.
and filed 6 different police reports.
Ooh, you going to jail.
And I was also told, Your Honor, by the different police stations that they will be compiling the cases together to make it felony charges. So he'll have 1 in Kansas, 1 in Missouri.
This is what I would do if I were you. I would pay her this money, then I would offer to make a civil settlement with her, to pay her civilly for whatever you can work out with her, $10,000, whatever it takes to keep your behind out of jail, for her to drop the charges. And that'd probably be better to pay her that way than going to jail. Because there's a lot of, ain't no nephews there, there's a lot of uncles. Judgment for the plaintiff. Good luck to you, bro.
I'm just glad justice was served. I don't hate him. I'm fine. But he'll know next time.
At this point, I mean, it is what it is. She won her case. She got her money back. It is what it is. I mean, she's a great person. She's beautiful. I hope she can accept my apology. That's it.
I accept it, but you'll be enjoying those bologna sandwiches in jail.